Monday, November 20th, 2023. Legs. We got two of them. Well, I guess not everybody. Some people got two of them. Some people don't. Some people got zero. Some people got one. But I've been blessed with the fortunate activities of having the two legs, so I'll be hitting both of them today. There's a plane overhead. Wi-Fi disconnected. It seems we have reached the outer limits of where my Wi-Fi reaches, where my router can truly possess enough 2.4 gigahertz of connectivity. I don't know why I'm going on this tangent right now. I guess to some extent it's because I have a little bit of anxiety today. Not real anxiety. Well, if I didn't say real anxiety, it says I'm not actually anxious about this. I just don't know which gym I want to go to today. Because right now I have a rotation of 3 gyms I can go to at the moment. I can go to the old Moo Fitness where everything's green and very colorful. Or I can go to the LA Fitness that's about 5-6 minutes away from that Moo Fitness. Or I have to go to the complete opposite end and then go to the LA Fitness in the other city. Which they're both very close to each other. They both take about the same amount of commute. But they all have their pros and cons where I still can't choose just one specifically and be like, this shall be the gym I attend today, because I think I definitely, for back day, I like the LA Fitness that's near the Moo Fitness a lot more, because they got that chest supported row, they got the pullover machines. But then I think for legs, I think I like the opposite direction LA Fitness a lot more right now. The only reason I say that too is because they got a seated hamstring curl, which the next to Moo Fitness LA does not. Actually, let me just rephrase this. There's Moo Fitness, and there's Everett LA Fitness, and there's Mill Creek LA Fitness. We're gonna go with that right now. And you might be thinking too, oh wait, the sun looks a little bit not that right over your head right now. And yes, it is 2:15 p.m. right now at the moment. I didn't really necessarily have a late start to the day, but if I'm being honest, there was a lot of me that didn't want to go to the gym today. I woke up and I felt rested, but then I was like, I'll sleep for like 10 more minutes, and then it ended up being like 46 more minutes. Already got a little bit late head start to the day because of that. Then I ate my breakfast, I worked, and then every part of my body was like, I don't want to go to the gym today. I don't want to hit legs. I want to be one of those guys that skips legs, and I can be part of the meme where I have a really overdeveloped upper volley but no legs. But about 1:50-ish, there was like a part of my brain that kind of clicked that just said, you know what? Just go to the gym. Like, the thing is, like, there could be a part of me that, had a little bit of relief if I didn't go to the gym today. Maybe I had a little bit more extra time to just goof off and, have a little mental health day, right? Just stay home with my own thoughts. And then I realized that's pretty scary too. I don't know if I want to stay home and just think. I don't want to think. I want to go to the gym and not think. The only things I want to think about right now is if this rep is going to go up, and if it's not going up, how do I bail out of this right now without getting hurt? So, usually 2:15 is when I'm usually already home from my gym session, because I like going around like 10, 11, 12-ish around that time, right? And then this would actually be the time of the day where I'd be worrying about what I need to eat for my post-workout meal. And the only thing I'm not looking forward to right now by going to the gym a little bit later today, especially at this time where I would normally be eating my second meal of the day, is that this kind of moves my meal times a little bit, which I don't really like, because especially on my current bulk, I like having very set eating times because I don't want to feel too full before I go to bed, if that makes sense. And I know to some people, they might be thinking like, oh, don't you always want to, why would you want to be hungry during a bulk? Like, that's actually, if you're hungry during a bulk, you're not even bulking, are you? Because you should always be full. At the same time, I'm not really doing that strict of a bulk. I'm in a caloric surplus, if I even want to call it that, because there are some days I'm definitely in a caloric deficit because I haven't been too consistent on my bulk. But I think we did reach a new milestone. I believe I am around 160. Again, I hate saying like I'm 160 something, because I know that weight's gonna fluctuate literally like day to day, or not even day to, like meal to meal even. Because remember, I think after yesterday's meal yesterday, I went up to 170.8. And then when I weighed myself again this morning, I was 164, and then I ate again and I was like, well, like 166. So I'd like to think I'm in the mid 160s now. Also, I just realized without even thinking about it, I completely mixed the turn to go to the Everett Move Fitness and the Everett LA Fitness. So I guess to some extent I have decided for myself subconsciously, because I've been rambling, that I will be going to the Mill Creek LA Fitness. And I'll be talking about the cons of this gym and the pros. The pros of the Mill Creek LA Fitness is seated leg curl. They do have leg extensions, but that's also going to be one of my cons. They have a Smith machine. They also have the cable RDL machine that I like. It has all the machines for legs that I really enjoy doing. Now we go on to the cons. There's only one usable, to me leg extension machine. So if that's taken, whoop-de-doo, looks like I'm tough out of luck. Con number 2, this gym is one of the busiest gyms I personally have ever gone to. Like, no matter what time, actually I've only gone once, but I've had other people tell me how busy it is. So today might be a nightmare, and if it becomes too much of a nightmare, I might just leave and go to a different gym. Actually, that seems like a kind of a waste of gas. Maybe I won't do that. You know what? Let's just full commit. If it's too busy, I'll make do with it, all right? I can still have a beautiful, wondrous, bing-chilling workout. And the thing is, if I can't make do in certain situations, I feel like myself as a lifter, I can't really congratulate myself to say I've been lifting for a couple months if just a little extra amount of people makes me not have a good enough workout. I can make it work. I'm going to make it work, all right? You know why? Because I know I can make it work. Now I'm getting a little bit anxious because this gym is infamous for having a lot of high schoolers and middle schoolers go to it, because this is like within the area of like 3 local high schools. So yeah, I might be having to battle children today to secure a spot on the leg extension machine. But today for legs, I'm thinking hamstrings. Actually, now that I think, I don't know if they have all the leg machines that I like doing here, because I don't think I saw a seated calf raise here. Which, if they actually had a seated calf raise here as well, this would be my guaranteed go-to leg day spot, where I can make the Everett LA Fitness my go-to back day, and then I do chest day and arms at the old Move Fitness to do old 3-gym rotational spell for the 4-day split. But what do I have in mind today? I actually don't know what the calf situation is at this LA Fitness over here, but I do know for a fact that I'm going to start off with seated hamstring curls, 2 sets to utter and complete failure. And if I feel like I'm not going to be able to couple clean reps at the end, I'm going to lean forward like I've seen in Sam videos and just go. After that, preferably, I really want to do Smith machine RDLs today. I do really like the cable RDLs because I feel like the stretch feels really nice. But I personally just really want to do Smith machine RDLs today because I just want to do them. There's no big grand reason. I just think they feel nice. I think they're fun and I want to do them. I'm going to make sure I don't forget my lifting straps so I don't have... Oh my. That guy's really driving like that right next to a cop? Jesus. So the reason I even got a little bit alarmed right there is I look in my side view mirror, right? And this guy was looking... I saw him. He was looking down at his phone and he started veering into my lane, and I had like that, you know, that sudden like heart rate spike where I was like, oh my God, is that guy going to hit me? And then he veered away at the last second. And then without even using his blinker, he veered into the turning lane right next to a cop. Dude, I'm going to tell you guys, I know I'm not the best advocate for saying this because I'm literally recording myself while I'm driving. But I like to say I'm being very safe about it, right? I'm being very, you know, aware of my surroundings. I'm still driving. I'm still looking at the road. I'm not looking at the camera constantly. And I think we really need to acknowledge the fact that driving is a very, very dangerous activity. I'm not even just saying this to be like a fear monger and be like, you should never drive. The highest percentage of people dying are from cars. But let's think about it. A lot of people, I know we have to take a driving test. A lot of people have access to vehicles. A lot of people have access to licenses. And a lot of those people, I feel like, shouldn't even be on the road at times. Like, now I'm doing the thing where I keep looking in my rear view to make sure nobody else is gonna ruin my day by T-boning me and ruining the leg day because of it. Imagine using that as a leg day excuse. Hey, I actually can't hit legs today because I got T-boned by a guy going 70 miles per hour. Why are there so many high schoolers at the bus station? Like, I'm not even talking about school bus. That's like the public bus transit station. Because what isn't there like a rule? I'm pretty sure there's a rule in this area where like you have to live within like a certain distance. Like you have to live within the areas that the school buses can pick you up, because that's like a rule of the districts. They don't want to, like, you know, have kids commuting like an hour to go to a certain high school because they heard it's better. Or am I just complaining about things that don't need to be complained? But we are approaching the old gymnasium right now. I think there's one more turn that I have to go to. But second time at this gym, but it's going to be the second leg day. It's going to be, I guess, the same day that I'll be attending, because last Tuesday I was here for legs, I'm pretty sure. Was it last Tuesday? Yeah, I think it was. Now it's a Monday, and we're about to hit legs again at the old Mill Creek LA Fitness. Which could be bad, could be good, could be just all right as well. We don't know yet until I get finished with my 30 minutes of cardio and I get in there and I scope out the place, and I hope that people aren't hogging the machines. So one can be hopeful. This place is always quite busy because there's a lot of businesses in this area. Remember, there's a Thai food place here. Hey, they got a Zeke's Pizza here. You know, I actually never really had Zeke's Pizza. I think I've had it once when I was like a kid, and I had a tummy ache the entire time after I ate it. So I really don't have any fond memories of old Zeke's Pizza. But I do see a lot of them in the area, so maybe I want to give them another try. But first assessment, the parking lot doesn't seem too filled at the moment. Might even say it's empty. So I might even do something wacky, and I'm going to back into a parking spot, because that way when I leave... Whoop. Okay, let's line it up. Nobody behind me. Wait, why am I looking? I have a camera. Why am I making this harder on myself by like actually using my surroundings? I'm going to use my camera. Okay, you know, I'm gonna straighten up real quick. But you know what? I'm not gonna make you guys watch me park, so I'll see you in there for the first set of whatever.
And then single arms over where those guys are at. Finish off with more triceps. Forearms are going out.
Whew. 6 sets of hamstrings, 6 sets of quads, which is 2 less sets from my usual 8 sets of quads. 0 sets of calves done because I got lazy. I got a little bit complacent where I said, I think I want to go home now because the gym was very, very, very busy today. So I'm starting to understand why. Again, this is only my second time at this gym now, right? But I've heard from other people and friends and family members that this gym in particular gets very, very busy, especially during peak hours. But, I can't blame peak hours too much because any gym is going to be busy during peak hours now, right? But my goodness, my goodness, was today a bit of a doozy. But I still got a good workout in. I didn't let the amount of people in there go against me having an actual good workout. As I said, I got my minimum amount of sets done. Technically, I did less amount of sets than what I normally do on my quad set, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My quads feel like they're about to blow up right now due to the vast amount of blood pumping through them at the moment. Where again, that was just from 6 sets of no even barbell squats. And you know why? Every single squat rack was taken, and I do believe squat racks are a little bit harder to ask a stranger to work in with. Like if you have a buddy that you're like, hey, I'm doing squats, so can I work in with you? And it'd be a little bit more easier to approach it that way, right? But to go up to a complete stranger and say, hey, can I work in with you? Especially if you don't even really know what they're doing. Because I saw a man, I think I quite literally saw a man deadlifting 4 plates, and I thought he was done, so I was about to go swoop up the squat rack, right? And then after I think he did like 3 sets of that 5, like that, whatever that 4 plate. Wait, 45 times 9. What is that? 180. 180 times 2 is 360. So that is 405. The man was deadlifting 405, and then right after he did 405, he re-racked all of the weights, and then he started adjusting. So that, maybe he's being considering putting it into the squat. He's making the deadlift platform into a squat formation so that whoever uses it next can use it for squat, right? And then after he did that, he immediately loaded up the weight again on the bar and did another 3 sets of squats with 3 plates on it now. And I was like, oh my God, this man's a beast. Oh my God, that tiny little dog has a tiny little coat on right over there. What a blessing. What a blessing to be able to witness stuff like that. But again, it's a little bit harder to ask to work in with people when you don't even know what their workout routine is. I never thought I'd see somebody deadlifting 4 plates and go into squatting 3 plates in the same workout. Because, okay, let's just think about it logically right now. If I were to do that myself, I think I'd be way too tired after 3 sets of pure. Maybe those deadlifts were light to him. Actually, now that I think about that, maybe those were maybe that wasn't even his final form, and that's why he decided to do squats afterwards as well. So, hats off to that guy. That man is very strong. I am nowhere near as close to the strength as that man possesses. Maybe one day, right? Maybe one day. Because I think right now at this point, I still consider myself quite weak in the gym, just because since I am focusing more on a bodybuilding workout routine where I don't really need to push that much weight. I really need to just, focus on form, getting that mind-muscle connection, actually. And then, more training to failure and slowly and, but progressively overloading, hopefully, from that too. But yeah, there's also a part of me where I'm thinking, did I have an extra efficient quad workout today? Because again, the reason I do 8 sets of quads is generally because I feel like, first of all, I can do them. For a lot of the other exercises, especially for biceps, I cannot see myself doing more than 8 sets because the quality of the set starts declining rapidly, especially around the 5th and 6th set of whatever bicep curl variation I'm doing. Because let's be honest, what other bicep movement is there that's not a curl? There might be other exercises that incorporate the bicep, like a lot of back exercises. But even then, I feel like if you actually start getting a really good, actual back workout where you're actually only focusing your backs, your biceps don't really play that much of a role in your back exercises. It's there, but it shouldn't be in my opinion, after a while, if you get used to doing a lot of back workouts, you should not be feeling your biceps during a back workout. And that's one of the things I'm proud of, because when I first started working out, of course, I felt every single back exercise that I'll be doing, I would feel it so much in my biceps. Now, they don't exist. They're gone. I poofed them out of existence. Just kidding. I mean, I still feel them. I still feel them being worked, but they're not sore after a back day, though, like I used to. Because I remember after a back day, or specifically, I guess, a pull day, before I would even get to my bicep exercises, my biceps would be shot just from all the back exercises that I did. But going back to why I even went on that muscular isolation rant right over there, is that 6 sets of quads today felt sufficient. And I can't tell right now if that's because maybe there's other factors, that maybe I'm just tired, maybe I didn't get good enough. What's that REM sleep? Maybe I didn't eat enough yesterday, maybe I didn't get enough carbs. Who knows? There's a lot of variables at play, but there's also a part of me where I'm just like, let's think about the positives. Did I get an sufficient quad workout today because I was able to isolate the quads and only the quads and all the exercises that I did? Because I'm thinking, definitely versus barbell squat versus hack squat, I definitely feel a much more of an isolation in my I almost said quadrilaterals again, in my quadriceps during hack squats. Versus where if I were to do a barbell squat, I do feel still some of my other muscles at play, especially my glutes. Because I think I said it the last, leg workout I did last Tuesday. Since I did like 6 sets of squats that day, which 3 of them were barbell, my glutes were very, very sore afterwards, which I could consider that a bad thing, but I also don't really consider that a huge negative, because I mean, who cares if my glutes get a little bit of extra work done on them, right? All these people are going this way, so I'm going to go follow them and see what happens. We're going on a little bit of a side tour, side adventure right now, where the road in front of me had a cop blocking the road, and then I saw all these cars turning right, so I'm thinking, what if they know a little shortcut? So I'm going to follow them, and if it ends up me following them to their residential location and they get weirded out and they go, wait, why are you following me? I'll feel a little bit awkward, and then I'll drive away and hope that they don't report me. Oh, this drives by the... Oh, I know where this road is now. Okay, never mind. I do know where I'm going at the moment. But yeah, it is now 4:26 p.m. The sun has already quite set, I believe. I see it a little bit in the distance over there. But now the next thing on the agenda is, can I get myself fed with around 2,000 calories before I go to bed today? That seems like quite the feat, especially when it's only when it's already 4:27. And I'm gonna be honest again, I'm not that hungry right now. Generally after a workout, I'm quite famished, but I think my eating rhythmic clock is a little bit not adjusted. Because it's used to me eating something at around 1 to 2 o'clock. 12 to 2 o'clock is usually when I have my second meal of the day. Then I usually have my third meal around like 5 to 7-ish. But since that rhythm is completely off now, I don't know what I'm going to do. Do I just take the L today and just realize I'm not going to eat that much? Or do I develop a mild eating disorder and somehow cram in 2,000 calories before I shut my eyes? And this is when the fast food cries start, yelling out at me. They're like, order a pizza. A whole pizza is about 1,700. Actually, I think if you eat a whole large pizza, I think that is definitely going to be over 2,000 calories. But I don't know if I'm going to feel that great afterwards, especially the day after if I eat a whole large pizza to myself, which you might be thinking, Andy, can you even eat a whole large pizza? Yes, I can. I definitely can. That guy almost blew right through the stop sign. I hate you. You're ugly, you're stinky, and I hate you. But that being said, I'm not going to hate him too much. You know why? He actually did stop. Was he about 17 feet over the white line when he actually decided to stop at the stop sign? Yes, but he stopped. He didn't hit me. So you know what? I call that a net positive. And I'm not going to be too mad about that, because the thing I got to worry about now is got to figure out how to cram in 2,000 calories before 12 a.m. Oh, I hit a pothole. That was not pleasant. This is going to be a gnarly right turn just because I can't see anything right now. See, this is the thing. You're going to see me lock it in real quick because right now, whoop, I could have gone for that maybe. But I'm always in the mindset where I'd rather be safe than sorry whenever I make one of these unassisted, not light assisted turns, right? Because who knows, what if somebody veers out of the left lane and decides to T-bone? I like how I keep saying T-bone. A steak does sound really nice right now, actually. I haven't had steak in months. Which I know some people do eat steak quite often, but I'm not one of those people. Just mainly, the only reason I don't eat steak that much, because even from an economical point, steaks are not expensive depending on what type of cut you get. Obviously, if you get like, the ones that cost like $10 per pound, yes, you're gonna, rack up quite a bit of a food bill if you keep eating steak like that. But even the leaner / less fatty cuts that are less desirable, you can still make a pretty good steak out of them. Or you can make steak bites. I mean, What even classifies a piece of beef to be steak? Like, does it just have to be certain cuts are steaks, or is it just like a big slab of beef is called a steak? I don't know, to be honest. There's a lot of things I don't know, and I'm not going to be ashamed to say I don't know. You know why? Because life is about learning, and boy, do I love learning. There's even, I think I talked about this with some people where I said, I think the joy of life isn't even the end goal at times. It's the process, it's the journey where, you know, but at the same time, you should enjoy the fruits of your labor at times, because, you know, if you are in a working out context, don't you want to be able to look at your body and you go, I made that, I chiseled that out, the countless hours and days and years and months. And I like how I said years and months. I said years first, then months. But and you get to look in the mirror, you get to flex your muscles or flex whatever. You don't even need to flex. Maybe you wanted to get bigger, maybe you wanted to get smaller, maybe you wanted to maintain. We all have different body goals, and we should all be proud of the little bit of successes that we find each other along the way. And that's another thing too. I remember I used to be vastly intimidated by the gym. Especially just because of the people that went there. I thought gym people were scary because I thought they'd be very judgmental, elitist, classist. And then they'd be kind of like the people that are like, oh man, what's this jabroni doing in the gym right now? But then I realized nobody really cares. Like, I walk in there with a tripod, I grunt on all my sets, and I hoot and holler. I don't even think at the gym. And what do people even care about? They're caring about themselves. That being said, am I saying that every single person at the gym is going to be, you know, the nicest person you've ever met and non-confrontational? No. There are definitely going to be some problematic people at the gym as well. But if I worry about, you know, the 5% of bad people in the world, am I going to let that 5% ruin the other 95% for me? I feel like I shouldn't let that. And you might be wondering too, like, ah, there it is. I said it again. I said, you might be wondering. I said it right there. But I might be wondering is, you know, that 5% might even be larger. It might be 20, it might be 30. And if we're even more unlucky, maybe it's higher than 50. But I'm still going to keep on saying, am I going to let a percentage of the population ruin the other percentage? Because that means what could have been a 40% disapproval rating turns into a 100% disapproval rating. And sometimes I listen to myself and I go, am I insane? Is there something wrong in my mind? That actually there is we have to agree that there is something mildly wrong with me, that I record myself every time I go to the gym while I sit in the car and I ramble about the random thoughts, the random things that plague my mind. And again, if I were to go back to the whole 2,000 calorie debate, there's a part of me where I could order like 7 things from Taco Bell, probably make it to like 2,100 calories and enough amount of proteins and carbohydrates. But how will I feel after I consume that much amount of Taco Bell? Because I'm pretty sure one of their boxes, if you buy them, quite literally states that it has 2,400 calories in that box if I were to order like what they recommended in it. Which is kind of insane to think about, right? Like, I don't think the European mind can comprehend the amount of calories that we Americans have access to with the lowly price of $7.99 if you get the Taco Bell Big Meal, Big Honko Mojo Dojo Casa House box. And not gonna lie, it's like the call to the void. It's kind of calling out my name right now, where it's like, Andy, consume the Taco Bell box for $8 for 2,400 calories. Instead of making yourself two nutritionally dense and healthy meals with loads of fiber and protein and carbs and healthy carbs at home. I don't know what my decision is yet right now, but I do want to go back to leg day real quick. My legs still feel quite pumped right now. Like, I know it's been 14 minutes since my last set of quads. Actually, a little bit more, because I would end, I got my keys and wallet, and then I walked out, which took a couple minutes. Sat down in the car and I zoned out for a little bit too, because I was like, oh, my legs. But oh my goodness, dude, like I'm not even putting that much amount of like force, you know, like when you flex a muscle you can like really strain it and kind of get the blood pumping in there, but like I'm like slightly tensing them right now, and they're hard. My legs are hard right now. Oh my dude. I'm just touching my legs right now. I'm like, that's kind of freaky. Like, obviously, they could be harder. I just realized it sounds kind of weird if I keep saying my legs are hard, but you guys know what I'm saying. When you tense a muscle, they become more rigid, and they become, you know, no better word to describe them as hard, right? And as I said, I'm slightly tensing my legs right now, and I can... Damn, you know, there's a part of me where, like, I feel like I might have been disappointed if I actually went to go check. I also didn't check the pump today at the gym because it was so busy, man. Like, I really didn't want to be like that guy that, like, got in between, like, people's squat racks, which are right in front of the mirror, right? And then start flexing, and they're like, what the hell is this guy's problem? Like, doesn't he see I'm doing a set? Even worse, you know, if I were to go in between the spaces of the squat racks, what if I accidentally hit one of the guys as, like the tip of the barbell as he went down for a rep? That would have been quite embarrassing. And very dangerous, too, on top of that. Not just embarrassing. And the last thing I want to do at the gym is be dangerous. I want to be safe, I want to be sound, and I want to have a good time. And if all three of those things have been achieved, I call that a pretty darn good day at the gym. Even more Christmas lights are up. But, oh my God, dude. There has been a little bit of, like, I don't want to say I've started plateauing in terms of my gains, because I do see my weight going up, but obviously I don't really see that much more muscular definition. Other than maybe my lats. My lats have been developing a lot more than I expected, and the reason I say a lot more is because I went from seeing 0 lats into seeing a little bit of lats, so I'm just like, oh my God, going from 0 to something, that's huge to me. Because before I would do like a front double bicep, and then it would just be my biceps, right? But now when I actually kind of scoop out my shoulder blades a little bit, there's a little lat flareage right there, and it's, I don't want to call it looking freaky yet, but I think we can get freakier. Especially my legs, dude, like, I can't stop touching them. Oh my God. See, this is one really fun thing about working out, and I know it could be a double-edged sword. The highs have some great highs. Like right now, I'm touching my legs and I'm having a great old time. But there might be a time in my lifting career where I look down at my legs, I touch my legs, and I go, disgusting. These are the worst legs I've ever seen. Oh. I don't know why I did like the weird moan at the end, but on that note, thank you for watching as always, all 7 of you. Sometimes it might not even be 7. It might just, and the thing too is I gotta accept that sometimes people might not watch these videos because why would they care about a random person from old PNW lifting and not even being that experienced at it. But for all the people that do happen to take a little bit of time out of their day and watch these, just know that I appreciate you. I love you. I'm going to give you a quick little smooch. And if you guys want a free 7-day trial membership, and then I just got a notification to rate my visit at the old LA Fitness, which I'm going to give them a 0 stars because I was too busy today and I didn't like that. But again, thank you. I want to thank myself too because I went out today. I went out and I hit legs. A normal person would have given up. Actually, Goodbye. I guess I can come home. Actually, this is a little bit past when I arrived to, but oh my God, dude, I'm putting on some size on these quads. Let's see if I get a little bit of hamstring action. Oh, you can see that line a little bit there now. Wait, let's see if I get it better in the light. But look at this. Calves action. Woo! Whoops. Whoo! Whew.